But do go ahead and send out any last minute texts. I know people can jump on, and I'm going to just have some interaction in the chat really quickly before we kick this thing off, because we got people on this call. It is Sunday afternoon. For a lot of you guys, it's way early in the morning. It's way late at night. And I appreciate you guys for being here. We only do these calls once a month, and that's why I've been promoting this like crazy. I know a lot of the leaders, a lot of you guys have been promoting this like absolute madman. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. And you guys will find out why we're on this call today, why this is going to be so important, so incredibly powerful. And I want you guys to recognize a couple things on this call today. Is you're going to get clarity, you're going to get direction, you're going to get a sense of guidance. And I'm hoping, my biggest hope is that you can walk away from this call knowing exactly what you're doing, where you're going, and why you're here. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, there's a lot of new faces on this call. Holy cow. There's a lot of new faces. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Abigail Poston. I'm 26 years old, going on 27 this week, kind of crazy. And I'm excited. I'm fired up to be here. I've been a part of I Am Academy now for the last 4.5 years. And this has been the biggest blessing in my entire life. I'm not going to go into my story in too much detail, but I just want you to know that I started off in a situation where I was broke, busted, disgusted, 100K in student loan debt out here in Arizona, out of state student loan debt. And I had graduated with no career plan, no financial plan. And this was my plan. This was my track to run on. This was my golden opportunity. And I don't take that lightly. I saw this, when I first saw this, I was very stubborn and actually seeing the information for the first time. It took me like 4 months to actually just take a look. But I think the biggest thing at the time was I actually had, an open mind and a burning desire to create change. So if you guys have those things, you have an open mind, you have a burning desire to create change for yourself, and you're coachable, you can win here. You can create any kind of success that you want. And the greatest part about this company is they let you be who you want. They let you do how you need to do to go out and create the success that you need to create. And I think the biggest thing is it's less about how smart you are and more about how coachable you are. How can you guys get yourself more involved in the community? Because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I would not be here if it wasn't for the great people around me, if it wasn't for my environment, the positive culture and community that we're creating. And so I'm gonna talk about and address a couple things on this call and just kind of state the purpose of why we're here in the first place, guys. The title of this call in general is called are you maximizing your monthly membership? Are you taking advantage of this experience? Are you making the most of your I Am membership, not just every month, but every single day? So we're going to make sure that you guys have clarity in like what we're doing here, where you're going, okay, and why you're actually doing this in the first place, because we can get lost in the sauce. After this call, life could come and just sucker punch you. It happens all the time. I think as soon as I started to just accept the fact that problems were always going to happen, I wasn't surprised by what the universe or God was going to hand to me. I was like, cool, I'm going to take this as a lesson. What do I need to learn? What do I need to unlearn? Because that's what this all is. It's about your growth and your progression. It's not about the money or the result. That's just a byproduct. Okay. That's not the goal. The goal is who can you become? And that's why I love this company and this platform and what we do, is because that's the slogan. That's the mantra. If you read it on the slide that says, who can you become? Who are you becoming? So make it about that. Okay. A lot of you guys may be on here because you actually do want to trade. Trust me. This is a skill set that nobody can take away from you, having this knowledge and awareness. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you're only in this to make money and that's all you have, that's one of the saddest stories I've ever heard, is if you're only doing this for money. Okay. It's got to be something so much deeply rooted. Because I got started, I was 100K student loan debt. I know what it feels like to need money. But when you're needing something, when you're chasing something, it's running away from you for a reason. So I want to get big on this call, guys. I want to get you guys to start thinking much bigger, much faster, and start believing in yourself much faster as well. Because we only do the things that we believe in. Okay. And so this call may not be what you think it is, but it's going to be exactly what you need it to be. Okay. And so I want you guys to be able to take away just at least 1 to 2 things from this call. We're going to go through quite a few things. The good thing about this is it's recorded. So you guys can go back, because this is going to be a call you're going to want your newest person to be on, in 30 days from now. And let me just do this really quickly, guys. Can y'all type in the chat if you just got started within the last 7 days? Can you type in the chat one time a 777? If you got started within the last 7 days, can you type a 777? I know there are a ton of people. I just brought on 3 people this past week. I hope y'all in the call.
I want to say one thing. Quick shout out to my boy, Mr. Mendez, out of Los Angeles, California. Juan Mendez for getting started literally minutes before the call. So quick shout out to you, brother.
Let's go. 777 for you, bro. Let's get it. All right, guys. Who's been in for the last 30 days? Last 30 days. Type a 30 in the chat. I want to see where we at. Oh, Tony, we're going to get there. Don't worry. All right, 30 days. Okay, who's actually been here? I want to show people that we stick and stay. And if you stick and stay, you get your pay. Who's been here for the last 2 years? Type a 2 in the chat. Who's been here for the last 1 year? Type a 1 in the chat. Who's been here for the last 3 years? Type a 3 in the chat. Who's been here for the last 4 years? Type a 4 in the chat. Let me hear y'all. Y'all see this right now. This is a very like across the board type of thing. Y'all can type, I don't care how long y'all been here. 6 months, doesn't matter. Type your number in there, okay? We have been here for a minute. We're not going nowhere, okay? In my eyes, you guys are the next wave. And I know people say that's super cliche, but it's true. If you stick and stay, you will get your pay. If you stay consistent, you stay coachable, you stay around the campfire, you will get to where you want to go. Because it's, guys, it's the law of average. Who you hang around is who you become. If you're hanging around a bunch of winners, people that are going places, having conversations about who you can become, guess what? You're going with them. Okay, it's just a matter of time. So I wanted to kick it off with that, see where everybody's at. And I do want to say shout out to everybody. I know we got somebody on here from Ireland. We got somebody on here from Japan. We got somebody on here from Italy. We got people on here from Canada. We got people on here all over Europe. Shout out to our London queen, our London squad. Let's get it. And all over the United States, guys. This is one of the coolest calls we've ever done. My opinion. I'm biased, but it's okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna open up this call. And I want to ask you guys some questions as I've been, kind of prefacing everything. But I want to make sure you guys are taking some notes. Okay. So the first part of this, y'all, is I want you to ask yourself, why are you here? Not only why did you show up today? Why did you show up on this call? And don't say it's because Abby told me to, or Caitlin told me to, or Tony said so, or Rachel said so, or Josh said to be here, Daniela said to jump on, or Alex said to show up. Okay. Why are you guys here? Why did you guys show up today? And maybe you've been in for 7 days. Maybe you've been in for 30 days. Maybe you've been in for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever. Doesn't matter how long. It matters where you're going and why you're still here. Think about that. You can write it down if it comes to you, but think about, why are you really here? Okay. And if it's money, I want you to go deeper. Because if you get started for the money and it's not up to your expectations, you're going to quit. And that's the worst thing that you could do for yourself, because you're getting access to multimillionaires at your fingertips. You're getting access to financial literacy. Okay. Christian Jukes, our mentor, going on Chairman 10, he says, if you pay for anything, pay for access. And we're not only paying for access to the information in the blueprint, we're paying essentially to get access to one of the best communities and cultures that this company has ever seen. And I'm speaking that into life right now. Okay. So write down why you're here. Number 2, what are your goals? What are your goals? Okay. Any kind of goal, short-term goal, long-term goal. Where do you want to be by the end of this year? What does that look like? What does that picture look like? What does that image look like? I'm just speaking questions out loud so you can start to think and visualize this. But what does that look like for you? Because we become our picture. We become the image that we think about the most. We become what we see the most. And I'm going to touch on a couple of things in a minute, because I think this is going to bring a lot of clarity, and stop thinking so small about things. Because I know thinking small for the longest time only held me back big time. And thinking small, believing small, being small serves nobody. And I don't care if you're in here just to trade, you wear your last name for a reason. Okay. You are leading an example for people you don't even know. So stop thinking small. So where do you want to go? Okay. What are your goals? Where do you want to be by the end of the year? What does that image look like? Okay. Number 3 is, and we're going to go through these, but do you have a consistent plan, a daily routine that you're following? Specifically inside of the academy, do you know what you're doing on a day-to-day basis? I have a set of non-negotiables, for example, that I follow. I have a set of non-negotiables that I follow on a day-to-day basis. Gonna mute you, brother. I have a set of non-negotiables that I follow on a day-to-day basis, and it's just a few things, like 5 main things. But I have a system, I have a plan, and a schedule that I follow when it comes to this academy, when it comes to, whatever markets I'm going to be getting involved with, and not just trading. Like trading's great, that's how I make my money, but you got to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. And so if you don't have a schedule of, when you're tuning into certain go live sessions, that's important. And I'm going to show you guys, a few of you have already seen this. We just kind of rolled it out, but you guys are going to check that out right now. And from the people that I've shown this to, the feedback has been insane because they actually get to see a visual of their schedule on a regular basis. So ask yourself, do you have a consistent plan and daily routine that you're following? And if you don't, we got to rock that out today. Okay. Last couple things is the top characteristics. Type in the chat, what do you think some of the top characteristics are that you need to succeed long-term? Top characteristics. Because a lot of people will come into this and they'll think about how they can make their rent money in 30 days. I just laugh. I'm like, dude, this is not the lottery, man. Like, whoever you are, I'm like, this is a skill set. Okay. And we even give you a shortcut to condensing time and being able to earn while you learn. Like, I'm not saying you're going to make your rent money or not in 30 days, but don't have those expectations. Okay. Come into this because you know that if you follow instructions, you follow the plan, you show up, you stay consistent, just like if you were going to the gym, you're going to get the results that you want. It's a byproduct of doing the right work. Okay. 1 + 1 = 2. Do the work, you get the result. Okay. Do you want quick, short-lived success, or do you want lasting, concrete results? What are some of, I'm going to check the chat right now, but what are some of the characteristics that you feel like are needed in order to create that long-lasting success? Let me see. Discipline, hungry, passion, grit. Yup. Discipline, consistency, coachability. Okay. Being coachable, resilient, consistent, coachable, accountability, teachable. Damn, let's go. Perseverance, showing up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, cool. Yeah, all these are great. Perseverance, being available, being reliable, having strong intentions. Yeah, guys, all these are great. Having desire. Absolutely. I would say I wrote down a couple for myself is being coachable, like you guys said, having the hunger and the desire. Okay, the desire is the starting point to all achievement. You can write that down. If you don't have a burning desire, and this is the thing, guys, is let me ask you, when you let's say you're coaching a team or you're working with somebody, would you rather work with somebody that's self-motivated, that has a burning desire, or somebody that you've got to constantly like drag along, and get them to show up to things and, motivate them? It's like, which one would you rather work with? I'm like, the person that's self-motivated, the person that's hungry, the person that like just gets it. They want to go out and create the success for themselves. Like, if I gotta motivate you to want to go out and multiply your own money, to go out and learn how to create multiple streams of income, to, whatever, make more money, why would I want to work with you? That doesn't make any sense. So coachability, having a burning desire. Okay. And I think all these tie together into, having a willingness to just make it happen. But I put down one more thing, because I think, and I'm just being real with you guys, if I can be real on this call, one of the things that I'm seeing that we need to work on better as a unit is being resourceful. And I'm going to share some things on this call that maybe you don't necessarily think you need to hear or want to hear, but you actually do need to hear. Okay. I see a lot of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. I chatted with a lot of the leaders and I asked them, what do you feel like, you and your team, you and so need to hear, okay, in order to be better? This whole call is about raising the bar. Okay. Raising our set point, raising our standard for what do we tolerate? Okay. I'm in a room right now. My AC, I actually had to turn it on because it was getting really hot out here in Arizona. We already hit 100 degrees like last week. Crazy. So think about the thermometer and the thermostat. It's different, right? The thermometer is constantly just like adjusting itself to the room, right? Well, the thermostat, it is what adjusts the room temperature. Okay. So what we tolerate is what we're going to accept, is what we're going to allow to continue to happen in our life. Okay. And I'm bringing this back to being resourceful because we have to raise the set point of who we're being, because who we're being attracts and creates the culture that we have, the people around us. And I know you guys are thinking, Abby, why do you keep talking about culture, team, community? Guys, you become who you hang around. Your trading results are a direct reflection of who you hang around, your environment. Okay, what you, the information that you put in one ear, out the other. Okay, the energy that you consume, all of it, the conversations that you have. This environment right here is going to help you get to where you want to go. Mark my words. Mark my words. And bringing it back to being resourceful is setting a standard for yourself of like, hey, if I've got a question or I need to, figure out something or whatever it is, I'm gonna show you right now. And I always ask this question: does this look familiar? The members guide. Okay, we put this members guide together to create duplication within people. That's how you're able to create trading results, is through duplicatable strategies, right? And learning from the professionals and what they do, and you can follow along. But we created a members guide for you guys to be resourceful. Everything is right in there. If you took 20 minutes today to just scroll through, not even 20 minutes, to just scroll through and see everything that was in there, you'd be like, holy crap, most of my answers are right in front of me. Okay. Most of my answers are right in front of me. And I'll tell you guys right now, I've been doing this for 4.5 years. I don't say that lightly. Like, we've got some skin in the game. These past 4 years have humbled me to God's no end. Okay. But I had to learn a lot of these things by myself, like majority of this stuff by myself. I didn't have, somebody to go to at the time, an upline or a mentor, a sponsor that brought me on. I had to figure out these things on my own. And a lot of the team on here had to as well. So if I could say anything, guys, and I don't want to bring this, long drawn out thing, I just want you guys to recognize that these are the characteristics and the qualities to create your own success. Okay. Be resourceful. It's attractive. Okay. Have a burning desire for where you're going and what you want. It's attractive. Be coachable. Follow instructions. If Daniela says, hey, you need to follow XYZ, this is your schedule, follow it. If Tony says the exact same thing, if Rachel, whoever, guys, same thing. Okay. Okay, cool. So I'm going to move on. Hopefully we're moving right along. You guys are getting value so far, and hopefully you're just getting the perspective that you need to make it happen. And I'm going to say this one last thing. I posted in the chat the other day, but I want to say it because I want it to be on the call, recorded. But here's a couple things, guys. If you're not winning here, if you're not making progress yet, there's a few reasons why. Probably because you literally just got started and you haven't even tapped in. Okay. I know, shout out to Azam. He just got started literally yesterday at the airport, flew back to Brooklyn. Shout out to you, bro. So dedicated. He was like, yeah, Abby, can we jump on a call? I'm about to get on my flight. Boom. Got it done. He's already going through the videos. He said, I'm going to knock this out by Monday. Okay. He's already making progress. Bro, you're already winning. You're already moving the ball forward. Be like Azam. Okay. So a couple things why you're not winning, why you're not making progress yet. There's a few reasons why. Number one, you can write this down. Number one is you probably don't communicate and ask questions. You don't ask for help. Okay. Different from being resourceful. Go out and try to find the answer yourself because it's probably right there. But if you're not if you feel like you're just going in circles, you need to communicate. Okay. You need to reach out. Every time I didn't communicate, I just fell back into this vicious cycle and I fell off. Okay. I never quit. Like, I never stopped like showing up to my membership, but I would just like get in, like I would just get so much in my head. Okay. Be involved in the community. You don't have to be chatting all the time, but get involved. Okay. Like, this is one of the best things that you guys could be a part of. So number two, you probably don't follow instructions, AKA you're not being coachable. Okay. Number three, you're trying to do it all your own way. Again, it kind of goes back to being coachable. Maybe I say to do something and I'm not trying to tell you all what to do like I'm your boss. I hope you guys recognize that. We're trying to tell you what to do because this is what leads to creating success. We have proven systems, proven results. We're just trying to get you guys to follow the same plan to go out and create that for yourself. Okay. So you're probably trying to do it your own way. I say use Swipecoin and literally take what they give you. And then you're trying to go and put in your own stuff. And then you tell me I'm not making money. I'm like, you're not following instructions. You're doing it your own way. Okay. And number four is you probably don't show up and plug into the campfire. That's probably the biggest one of all. You don't show up and you don't plug in. Okay. Showing up is the starting point, guys. You can't go be great. Or what's the saying? You don't have to be great to start. You just have to start to be great. And it starts with you showing up. Okay. It starts with you plugging in. Think of this like your outlet. Plug yourself in and recharge yourself. Cool. All right. I'm going to kind of walk through this a little bit quicker because we're just kind of rolling through this. Hopefully you guys are getting value. And I want to just say this as well. I have a couple pieces of notes, but I'm going to just say this one time and one final time, probably not, but one final time on this call is, guys, I said this at the beginning. This creating success here, winning and trading, seeing your goals and dreams manifest physically in real time, okay, has less to do with how smart you are. You guys get where I'm saying, where I'm coming from with that word, right? It has less to do with how book smart you are, okay, how academically smart you are. I was not good at school. I'm gonna put this on the internet, but like I did have my fair share of cheating in high school. It is what it is. Okay. I'm not gonna go into the story, but everybody can relate to that. Most people can. But I'm not the smartest person in the room. And it's less about how smart you are, okay, and more about how coachable you are. If you get anything out of this call, I hope you understand that you do not need to be the expert to win here. You can learn the skill set over time, but in the beginning, we're gonna give you some fish. We're going to allow you to leverage the strategies to take the same trades as multiple 6, 7, 8, and some even 9-figure traders and investors. Yes, I'm going to listen, right? So we're taught to complicate things. We're taught to make things more than what they are. I know this academy is huge. I know it's full of information, mentors, videos, and a ton of access, but that's good problems to have, right? But to really win here, you need to follow a plan. You need to be coachable to that plan and what your mentors say that's flexible with your schedule. So I'm gonna share my screen really quickly, and I'm just gonna show you what you guys. Wow, 50 people, y'all really came in today. Let's go. Alrighty, let me share my screen and show you guys what we all should know by now is the members guide. Okay, and so the members guide, everything down here is like additional stuff. Okay, everything down here is additional. Alrighty. You can go through this. I highly recommend it. Like after this call, you take 15 minutes or so, just look through this and you're like, hey, Abby, what's this? You know, hey, Tony, what's this? Josh, what's this? Nick, Arnold, what's this? Okay. Go through it. Ask questions. Once you kind of see, we'll give you clarity. And a lot of you guys ask or like are confused or don't know the weekly team call schedule. Boom, it's right here. It's also pinned in the post in the Telegram chat. Okay. It's also in the updates channel that Mike sends out all the time. Okay, everybody should know the weekly call schedule. If you don't, it's right there. Okay, and I'm going to show you another place that it is also. So the new members guide, you're coming in here. It doesn't matter if you just got started or if you've been here for a minute. This is a checklist that I continue to go through for myself to make sure that I'm on track, to make sure I have certain links. Okay, so whether you have the Forex Academy, HFX, DCX, ECX, okay, it's all right here. If you're on Elite, what you're going to probably end up doing, guys, is choosing 2 different academies to start off with. You're probably going to go through one of the academy videos, but you can leverage, let's say, Swipe Coin and Cash Trap. Guys, 3 to 5 hours a week, seriously. Okay, minimum. Simple. It's simple. You may be the one that's complicating it. Okay, so you would start off with Swipe Coin and Cash Trap, or you may start off with Swipe Coin and DeLorean. I'm just giving y'all an example. Okay. And you can tag team those throughout the week. And I'm going to show you really quickly how you can do that. So let's say, for example, let me actually go to the Forex side. So I'm going to open up the Forex checklist, okay? Because most people, if they're not doing HFX, they're going to start off with the Forex Academy. Unless somebody comes in and they're just like super adamant, yo, I want to do crypto. This is where I want to start. Cool. You're going to start with the DCX Academy, okay? So again, look at that. Oh my gosh. Weekly schedule right here. There's no excuses. Y'all know the weekly schedule. It is this. The only reason why we're doing this call right now is because these are our monthly membership calls, monthly team regroup calls that we do as a unit together once a month, every month. And so it's separate from the schedule. So you're not going to see it pop up in, the other chats that we have. Okay. It's just going to be in our chat. And it's just for our team. Cool. Exclusivity for you guys. So this is just a checklist. Okay. And you have the IM Center right here, the different apps to download, opening up a demo account. Okay. And then what to do. It's very straightforward. Watch the Academy videos, pick a strategy educator on Go Live, watch 3 to 5 sessions a week, get on Pip Talk with your favorite educator, practice a demo account. And this is the part that I wanted to show you guys that I think is going to be a game changer. Can y'all type let's say a 111 or a 1 or whatever in the chat if this is making sense so far? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure everybody's following along. I'm not going over anybody's head. I'm being serious. I want to make sure that you guys are getting this. Okay. So every academy is going to have, like every checklist is going to have this breakdown, just maybe a little different because of whatever you guys are learning. Okay. But this is the part that has been a game changer for a lot of people. Setting up your weekly go live schedule and tracking your trading progress. Okay. So once you go through the Academy videos, whether it's FRX, you're going to go through the 100 and 200 series videos. Honestly, guys, it should only take you about 3 to 4 hours max to go through that. You could probably bang it out within your first 3 to 5 days. Okay. Set a checkpoint for yourself. Okay, cool. Azam said, Monday, I'm going to knock this out. I'm going to be done. Cool. Rock with that. Okay. We have a check-in on Monday. Okay. For you, figure out where that's going to be for you. If you've already done that, okay, cool. You're probably on to your actual go live schedule. So everybody can come in here. Okay. And you can open up this Google Sheets link. I got stuff on here because I was showing somebody the other day, and I can edit it. Hold on. My computer is being slow. Okay. Alrighty. So all you guys have to do is come to File, make a copy. That's it. You make a copy. Now you have your own. Okay. And what you do is with you and the person that you're working with that got you started, you set up a weekly call schedule for yourself. So you say, cool, I got started on Friday, and by Monday or by Tuesday, I'm going to complete the Academy videos. We're going to have another quick check-in. Okay. And we're going to jump on a quick Zoom or whatever. And you're going to go over their schedule for the week. The schedule pretty much stays the same because the Go Live educators stay the same. And we choose the Academy, you choose your schedule based on what fits your lifestyle, what fits your flexibility. Okay, so 3 to 5, I say 3 to 5 sessions a week. That's what my mentors say. So I'm gonna listen to them, but it's so simple. You guys plug in, you don't need to trade all the time. I think that's what gets people in trouble. They're trying to trade all day long, every day. And it's like, they still stay at the same spot by the end of the week. I'm like, you got to find a couple times throughout the week that you can jump on for 30 minutes to an hour and just live trade with the live educators. That's it. Okay. I mean, that's just what I've been taught. That's just what's been working for me. So you can come in here and choose 3 to 5 days or 5, or what I'm doing. I have 7. If I showed you mine, you'd be like, oh my God, that's a lot. Well, I have the capacity to do that right now in my life. But you guys can fill this out. And what I would do, for example, let's say I want to watch, and guys, you can write this name out. Okay. Mike Navarrete, FRX. I'm going to put it in East Coast time. 6 p.m. EST. So I would put in my schedule, Sundays, Mike Navarrete on FRX goes live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And then I could do, I think it's Tuesday, Mike Sotero, DCX, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm trying to remember the times. Okay. And then this is all you do. And then you could say, you know, Cobain at 9 p.m. Eastern, DCX. Cool. And you could do, I don't know, maybe you want to do 2 people in one day. Oops. Right. Up to you. I don't know how this is going to look. Matthew Thayer, HFX at, what's he going? 11 p.m. Something like that. Okay. So you guys can play around with it, but this is what you would do. Type in 3 to 5 sessions. That's your schedule. And if you want to be a real professional, go put this in your calendar, in your phone, and set a reminder. I set a reminder for about 10 minutes before it starts, so I'm ready to go. Okay. But this is a game changer because now you can see your schedule. Okay. And you can come in here and adjust it. And down below is just a little checklist. It's the same checklist as before. It's just a little bit more generic, but you can see it. And I wrote y'all a little note to stay focused and plugged in and involved with the community. Okay. So that's the schedule. Let me erase this before I forget. And then the trading workbook. I'm going to briefly just touch on this, guys, but for a lot of you, you should have already seen this and you'll be able to edit this once you create your own copy. But this is cool because all you're doing is you're just putting in the numbers right here. Okay. Whatever your starting balance is of your account, you're just going to put those numbers in right here. Okay. And it's going to change. I think it should change. Here we go. Okay. And then you put your weekly ROI projection. Most of you may not know what your weekly ROI projection is going to be. That's why we tune into the Go Live sessions and we kind of hear from our mentors what they say. Okay. And then your max risk, you know, you should keep it around 2 to 3%. That's what Mike Navarrete teaches at least. So I personally do 6% growth on my account. 4 years ago, I started with $100. I was definitely not doing 6%. It was all over the place. but that's because we didn't have the strategies or the tools that we have today. Okay, so you guys will be able to see where your account can go to. And I'm just going to show you. Let me put it on 500 because a lot of people do start with 500 bucks. Some people start with 250. Some people start with 100. It doesn't matter, guys. The whole purpose is look, you started with 500 bucks. Okay, what happens in a year? Cool. You've built it to almost 10 grand. And this is a ballpark. Okay, even if you hit 5 G's, you should be happy. Okay, because that $500, let's be real, was either just going to sit in your bank account. It was either just going to sit in your bank account or you were going to spend it. Let me just be real on this call. Okay, so that's 1 year, 2 years, 200,000. Even if you hit half of that, even if you only hit 50 G's of that, I would be hella happy. Okay, because now you're multiplying money. Here's the thing, guys, and I'm not going to touch on this because again, I'm not the expert. These are just lessons that I learned and picked up along the way. But most people get caught up right here in your first few weeks. Because you guys have ever heard of the penny doubled over 30 days concept? The first like 15 days, you're still like under 10 bucks. You're like, oh my God, this isn't even moving. I'm like, you need to be patient. You guys ever heard what Mike Miles says? Hear what Crypto Picasso says? He says, money transfers from the impatient to the patient. You got to be patient. You got to know that this is a process. You're not going to make your money, to pay your rent right away. You could. I'm not here to downplay. I'm just saying we got like, this is a $6.6 trillion per day market. You got to go be able to, like, you can go get your piece. The same concept, guys. I remember when Mike Miles said this. He said the same way that you're going to make $5 in this market. Guys, this blew my mind. This is what like just laser focused me on learning this skill set, on being a part of what we're doing here. Okay. He said the same way that you're going to go out and make $5 in this market is the exact same way you're going to go out and make 50 bucks. Is the exact same way you're going to make $500. The exact same way you're going to make $5,000. You just got to learn the skill. You just got to be patient. And when I heard that, Alex can tell you, when we both first heard that, it was like the biggest game changer ever. So everybody gets caught up right here. They go week after week and they find themselves at the same number, the same account balance. I'm like, dude, stop after you made 30 bucks. Stop after you hit your 6%. You're done. Most of the time, like I told a couple people this the other day, I was like, I'm mostly done trading by like Monday, Tuesday, because I hit my percentage right away. And when I take losses, they're under 1%. It's ridiculous. Shout out to DeLorean, right? So, yeah, so like you guys can go through this. You're not really going to do much with it other than see like where your account can go. Okay, so let me go back. I have my little academy, blah, blah, blah. Alrighty, we're right on schedule. Okay, so what we're going to do now, guys, is I basically just kind of ran through the actual academy, the checklist itself. You guys should all know like how to get into the IM Center. If you don't, please go hit up the person that brought you on. But it looks like this. The back office, you can go right here and check everything out. Hopefully my computer, this is what $100 every single month and Wi-Fi will get you. Slow computer speed. This is ridiculous. Okay. So it should look like this, guys. Okay. You guys should all know what this looks like. You should all know what this looks like. Okay. Cool. So I'm actually going to step out of the way, and we have a couple people, actually a few people that are going to step up here and just share. I asked them specifically because I know the strategies that they've been using. I know that they've been consistent with those specific strategies. And I asked them to come on and speak for just a couple minutes and share with you their experience with, we're going to talk about Cash Trap for HFX, DeLorean for Forex, and we're going to talk about Swipe Coin with DCX crypto. So I asked a few people to step up and see if they could share a little bit about their experience with these specific strategies and just their overall experience to date with the platform, with the academy, and like why they're really excited. So I think it'd be really cool to hear a different perspective outside of me, because I know a lot of you guys, it's pretty much just me talking all the time. So I'm going to get out of the way. And I would love for Nick, I think we talked about it, brother, if you want to just jump up here and kick us off, and then Arnold, you can rock next and we'll roll from there.
Word. Let's get it. What's going on, squad? Haven't seen a lot of you guys since Dallas. Hope everybody's crushing it, doing well. But for you guys that don't know me, my name's Nick Fantasia. What's going on, Tony? Love you too, man. I've been in the company for 3 years now. and I'm blessed because, you know, seeing where the company started from when I started to where we're at now, and even just in the last 6 months, it's insane. Just the growth and the momentum that not just our group has, but like the whole company, the education, the tools, like they're on fire. Like there's no reason everybody shouldn't be making money right now. Everything, like how I look at it, the company's doing 80% of the work for us. We have to do 20. And I look at that as showing up and just entering the trade. That's it. But you know, for me, I started off with a different strategy at first. It was profitable, but it really wasn't like until the beginning of this year I dived into HFX. And you know, at first I got into the academy, really learned the basic terminologies and got the foundation to really get into the trading. And you know, dove into the Go Lives. You know, Matthew Thayer, you know, Matty Pips, he is a beast. You know, I know a lot of you guys are trading Cash Trap, and it's so much more simpler, duplicatable, and like it's flexible. I remember I was waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to get on London session, and I'll be honest with you guys, I wasn't as consistent as I am with HFX. I can trade any time of the day, you know, New York session, Tokyo session, Sydney session. Like even when they're slow, like we can still make our, you know, 2% a trade, 3% a trade. You don't need a big push. It's just little pipettes. So I just fell in love with it like right from the beginning. Plus, it's simple. It's literally numbers and it's colors. Like if you can just follow the points and understand what it really means, you know, there's no doubt in my mind we should all be eating from this strategy. It's simple. It's done. So, you know, plus I love it because Maddie and Taylor Marks, they get on at least like 8 sessions a week. I know like me and my guys, we get on every single one and we literally just copy what the masters are doing. Like, I'm not saying every trade wins, but, you know, seeing what they've done in the last year and a half, 2 years, plus creating the strategy, you know, I'm going to follow them no matter what. So, you know, I'm excited for where we're going in the next, you know, 6 months to a year, because, you know, the sky's the limit. You know, we're in the middle of history being made. So I'm excited. I'm excited for everybody in here. But yeah, that's it.
Let's go, brother. Arnold, you up, bro?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's it going? So that was awesome, Nick. I appreciate you, bro. I love you. It was good seeing you in Texas too, man. I hadn't seen you in a long time. So where do I begin? My name's Arnold, 34, living in San Francisco currently, born and raised in California. Veteran, I've traveled a little bit, experienced a little bit of life, and kind of interesting. Me and Nick joined the company around the same time. And unfortunately, this guy decided to go on his own journey, and it was a rough journey. And interestingly enough, my foundation was built with this company, and my understanding of Forex came from this company. And so when I came back, talked to Abby right at the beginning of this year, you know, I decided it was time to really not just decide to join a company, but to decide to actually do something with it. And so I had been seeing how HFX and binary options had been working for people, and how good it was, how simple people were. It seems like everybody was just picking up the strategy. So that's where I started this year. That's right. Left-handed all day. That's where I started this year, and I'm just going to be transparent with you guys because you know, it's since we're all in the company, we can all talk about this kind of things. I was excited, put $500 in the account. It doubled because of the bonus. I was sitting at $1,000, right? By day 2, I'm up 20%. I'm like, holy crap, you know, 20%. Like, mind you, I was over trading, but I was over trading with Nez. So if you guys understand those sessions, you can catch 1-minute spikes. It can get addicting. I got super confident and I didn't follow the system. So I went from sitting at a nice $1,200 to, when we got to convention, I was like at $350. So just being completely transparent with you guys. Alex, you remember, I was actually trading at the convention because we were doing some weekend off the counter trading, and I was hitting. But while I was at convention, I made a decision. And, you know, being that my birthday was on Tuesday, you know, shout out all the Aries. It's Aries season. I made a decision that I was going to, that's right, I was going to lock down and really, really get with the system. And so before convention, shout out to Kelly. I'm pretty sure he's on the call. I reached out to him and I said, hey, bro, you know, you've been consistent. You've been hitting trades. Can we get on a Zoom call? Can I, you know, how are you using Cash Trap? And so, you know, going back to what Abby said, like, ask for help. You know, that's the most important part, especially those of you who are doing HFX. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Those of you who are doing HFX, there's quite a few of us. Reach out, get on a Zoom call, you know, ask somebody for help. What I did was asking Kelly for his input. When we got to convention, I asked Steph, you guys know Silver Steph, how he was using the strategy. And then when I came back, I just started paying attention to Taylor Marx's sessions a little bit more. And I'm just gonna tell you, like, this past week was insane. I grew my account 25%, and I decided that I was gonna grow my account 5% every day. And every day I hit 5%. There was like a day where I hit like 6%. And so it was, as soon as I hit my 5%, I was out. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I kept seeing setups and I want to trade. So I went to Pocket Options to trade on my demo account just to get it out the way. And I kept hitting. And so it was like, I've been trying to figure this out for 3 years, guys. And HFX really changed the game for me. And watching these go lives and just paying attention to what they're doing and just being patient. I saw so many trades, so many winning trades this past week get away from me. And I'm not talking about like it would have barely cleared. I'm talking about it was like way gone. And I'm just like, but I appreciated that about me because I'm starting to be more patient. I'm being very picky. That's why I only lost like 3 trades last week. You know, and it's not going to happen like that every single week, but trust the system. That's what I didn't do in the beginning when I first came around. The first 3 months of this year, I still didn't trust the system. So as soon as I left convention, I was like, I cannot not do this anymore. So I just paid attention to everything I needed to do. I've been charting. If I shared my screen with you right now, I've been trading nothing but Euro USD on binary options. And that gave me my 25%, one pair. So like something that they used to talk about back in the day, you know, 3-4 years ago, and they still do, but you can make a living off of one pair. You know, so a lot of us complicate things. We want to trade every single thing we see. We want to do. I get it, but you guys have to be patient. You have to be consistent. And more importantly, you don't have to take every trade that the educator takes because sometimes they lose too. And here's one thing I'm going to tell you guys. Don't be negative in those chats. They are going to lose. And I see people do that. And I really dislike it because it's you're not showing the gratitude that these people are doing. 10,000 people on the chat and, you know, they're relying on you to give them a winning trade. Like it's a lot of pressure. So they're not going to win every single trade. Be patient and do not, like, again, if you're already getting in the rhythm of things and you can do analysis, do your own analysis if you want to, but trust that as long as you stay consistent with these educators, if all you're doing is go live because that's all you have time to do, just do everything that they're doing. Even if they lose, take those losses with them. Risk management. It's the most important thing I'm going to tell you guys right now. Risk management. That will save your ass, period. If you lose 5 trades in a row and they're all 1%, you lose 5% for the day, you walk away. But if you put in 3 trades and they're all at 3%, now you're almost at 10% negative. That hurts. That looks really bad. So, you know, not to make any income claims, it doesn't, you know, it's not a crazy big deal, but if you have a small account at convention, like I said, I was at 350 right now, my account's at 750. So that's not even 30 days. And that's not a big deal. It's not big money, but, you know, 5% a day in a year it's crazy M's. So I'm just shooting for multiple 6 figs this year. We're going to hit that. I really appreciate your guys' time. If you guys need any kind of help, if you want me to take a time, we can set a time, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever. I can go over how, not only how I'm using Cash Trap, but how I'm also marking up on TradingView and how I'm being very picky with my trades and being selective of my winners. So I appreciate your guys' time. I kind of went on a little bit, but thank you guys so much. I love y'all, and man, let's all get this back together because we're all here. We're a family. So don't not reach out to somebody. All right, I love y'all.
Let's go. Let's go. Type some, let's do some sevens in the chat box, baby. Appreciate you guys, Nick and Arnold. Both y'all crushing it in HFX with Cash Trap. Y'all got questions, you know who to go to. We're all a family. We're all here to help. All right, cool, guys. We're going to keep it moving. We've got a couple more people to step up and share with you what's been working for them so that you guys can see that everybody in here it's not about like we're all winning. It's like we're all making progress. We're all moving in the right direction. And I want to give you guys examples of what that looks like for people that are just like you or nobody special. Okay. So Caitlin, girl, what's up? Are you here? Are you on the line? Are you ready to join us and share your experience with DeLorean? Go ahead and take it away, girl.
Wow, I don't know how I'm supposed to compare to those last two, but yeah, like wow, that's so powerful to hear people's testimonies in this company, especially from years ago. Like Abby, like we've all really said, 4 years ago we didn't have anything. Like we had products that don't even exist anymore. Like it's insane. So it's really exciting. I actually did like little notes that I was going to say, cause I really wanted to think about this. Like, it's not just about like my results that I've had with DeLorean or in the company. As you guys know, yeah, we used to try and do things our own. We used to have to learn the skill set. The biggest blessing is that now everybody plugging in, you don't have to be the expert. Like I keep hearing this, like you really don't though. Like you don't need to be the master trader. You're going to become a master trader by watching the master traders. Like you're going to develop that skill set, and not only that skill set to trade, but the mindset that it takes to become successful, which is the most important thing. So one of the things that I put down was DeLorean has allowed me to plug into tools that allows like your whole team to be duplicatable. Something that is really important is that your team is able to trade the way that you're trading too. I believe, we're all a community. Abby and I have been doing accountability. My girl Maggie, who just got started like a week or so ago, she's actually going to be plugging into DeLorean as well. Shout out to her. But it gives you that accountability, somebody to lean on, somebody to reach out to, somebody to trade with at 6 a.m. Like who the hell wakes up at 6 a.m. Like, so yeah. And then it gave this is important for everybody who has a job, for everybody who has responsibilities outside of the industry. Everybody thinks, oh, it's gonna, I'm gonna have to spend hours a day doing analysis. And for me, that's how it used to be, is I would, look at the charts and then, decide which trades to take. With DeLorean, all you got to do is hop on and go live for an hour. Like that's so simple. And you don't even have to hop on and go live, but I recommend to, because you want to become that person, not like take over that person, like their character or anything, but just, step into that best trader version of yourself. And so if you need, like, it's flexible, and it just gives you that to where you're not spending hours a day doing your own analysis, which is not fun, by the way. And then it taught me another strategy outside of like my own, because I did learn from the company. I watched Stevenson Lindor. He's my dude, like amazing. He does bounce back. I've been plugging into that as well. But I keep finding everything that I'm learning about any strategy, it all comes back to market structure, price action, retests, entry on the retest, like no matter what tool you're using. So it's a blessing to be able to learn from people like that, and people who have taken losses as well in the market. And then obviously it's given me an opportunity to grow my account and reach my percentage goal that I have by the end of the week. That's a given. Something I wrote down was, I've never seen an educator like Tyrone, so that's a bonus. Like hilarious, guys. I cannot even stress to you enough, if you want to find a comedian, like go to him at 6 a.m. You don't even need your coffee. Like he's good. And I'm going to do this little side note, because when I was at the convention, guys, I saw him coming up the stairs, right? It was like an angel. Okay. I shook his hand. my hand was literally tickling. Like, it didn't even feel like my hand anymore after I shook his hand. Like, this dude has some different type of energy or something. Like, he's incredible. But yes, and then the last thing I put was I haven't washed my hands since. The last thing I put was a belief check. Plugging into not only the tools but the sessions is going to give you that belief check that you're here for. And it's not just money. It could be your mindset. Something big that, you know, I've struggled with myself is self-doubt, you know, fear of failure, fear of rejection. These plugging into these sessions is not only going to give you that belief check in, you know, money, but it's going to give you that belief check up here. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. Just, you know, plug into the system and really utilize like these mentors, guys. Like they're insane. So yeah, super, super good.
Let's go. Heck yeah, girl. Let's run it. Let's run it. All right. We got one more for DeLorean. Our girl, Marin, are you there? Did you make it on the Zoom?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
You're good, girl. Go for it.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name's Marin. So just a little bit about myself. I'm here in Arizona. I started with the platform, like I think in June of last year. And I was super excited to get started and everything. So I thought I needed to know everything when I first started, but you really don't. Like everyone's saying, you don't need to know everything. I went live in January of this year and I was like, you know what? I need to kick my own butt. Let's get started. Let's go. So I'm trading DeLorean. And some things about it is that it's just 4 simple steps. 2 of them are already done for you. So like, what more do you need? Just need to figure out if the last 2, you need to get into a trade or not. And what I wrote down here is that if you do plug into the DeLorean, there's so many entries, so many exits, and so many confirmations. And honestly, like it just solidifies every trade that you're trying to get into. Also for the educators, like Caitlin said, Tyrone is a beast. He has so much energy, so much passion for trading, and like just cracks you up every single time you're on his sessions. Like here in Arizona, he's on at 3 a.m. And honestly, you don't really need an alarm clock for that. So yeah, what I like about DeLorean also is that they push you to be an independent trader. They're always going to be there for you, but they want you to understand the market yourself. And what I like about all the educators is that they teach differently, but they all push you to do your homework. Like Tyrone has homework, but they push you to understand the market structure, what you're doing. And that's what I really like about it, is because I don't want to be reliable on someone else when I'm trading. So I kind of like, I'm a very independent person, so that's why I like it. And ever since January, I've just been very consistent with my trading and been pushing myself to, you know, not enter every single trade like I used to when I first started, because I would see a lot of losses then, but really analyzing every single trade that I'm trying to get into. And so don't overcomplicate things when you're trading. The 4 simple steps are just so easy. And yeah, that's about it.
Let's go. All right, y'all. Type in some 777s in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. I just want to say I appreciate you ladies for showing up. I know I just literally asked you guys the other day to come on here. And hopefully you guys were able to get from just not only Marin and Caitlin, but also Nick and Arnold, examples of what's possible. Like these guys came in getting a little bit of their background, you know, where they were coming from and what their mindset was like when they first got started. I think the biggest thing right now is like, hopefully the message is you don't have to be the expert. You don't have to know everything about everything to start actually growing your account and seeing progress, seeing results. Even if it's on your demo, it's okay. Like this is a process. Give yourself some time. It's going to be all right. So I really appreciate you guys for stepping up and sharing with everybody. I know it takes a lot to come on here. and do that. And I want to wrap up with our last guest speaker on here to share their experience with Swipecoin. And I actually had somebody else that was going to come on, but he is at a wedding and y'all don't even know who he is. That's how low key he is. He's out here in Arizona and he was like, Abby, I wish I could, but I'm literally going to be like in a wedding today. So I'll have to get him on the next one because guys, his story is crazy and what he will tell you is going to blow your mind. So Alex, I'm actually going to have Alex come on here just for a little bit, wrap this call up. Appreciate you guys for still hanging on. Hopefully you're getting as much value as possible and hopefully the perspective that you need to go out and make a change, whatever direction you need to get the results and the progress that you're looking for. So Al, are you there? Gonna come up here and wrap everything up.
I am here. Everyone can hear me? I'm in my niece's room, princess room and everything. But what's up, guys? My name is Alex over here in Boston right now. And yeah, I'm like heavily into crypto right now. And what's crazy is the fact that I've actually kind of been into it for quite some time. And what's even crazier is that Abby and I, we first, I think we were in the academy, but we went to a seminar where we paid $300 for a 2-day event, 2 days. And we basically, the biggest thing that we took away, like obviously cryptos are huge and Bitcoin is everything and, you know, limited amount and dollar cost averaging. So that was like the biggest thing that I got. Now with the academy and whatnot, obviously you guys know how much we pay for it to get access monthly, and to get it continuously. But the biggest thing that we've done is, yeah, we got into Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I had no idea about all these other altcoins. And, you know, shout out to Cobain and the whole crypto, you know, team that we have on like for us that we could literally plug in every single day. Like it's nuts. Like you guys think you know crypto, you can dive deeper. There's so much like there's so much that you do not know. And once you dive deep into the rabbit hole, you're like, holy smokes, you could literally be doing nothing and making money. Like I'm telling you, how the banking system used to work back then, where they used to actually pay you for having an account with them and them having your money in there. That's what crypto is doing right now. Like, if you guys understand this, if you can get some Polkadot, that thing is giving you 12% return on Kraken. I'm telling you, get it. You don't have to do anything. Just get it and let it sit there and it'll grow for you. Like that's how life-changing crypto has been to me and like everyone who's plugging in. And guys, like what they're going over is basically the future. Like they're diving deep. Cobain, he is a nut. He pretty much does all the research for you. You know, obviously do your own research. You could take his word or, you know, he'll point you to the way. He's not going to tell you like, yes, listen to me and only me. He'll point you to the way so that you can then do your research. And obviously you guys know with Bitcoin and Ethereum, if you are trading it on the leverage side, you can catch hella pips. All right. Like with Forex, yeah, 50 pips is cool. That's what I was aiming for, which is awesome. Obviously with risk to reward, you can meet your risk, you can meet your goal for the week. But with Bitcoin and Ethereum, this thing is moving thousands and thousands of pips every single day. Do you guys understand that? Thousands of pips, and the move looks like this small. Like it's mind blowing. Anyway, that's why I've been sticking with crypto trading it as well, because the amount of pips that you're able to catch either with the scalper, oh my god, that thing is spinning trades every single minute, or I'm sorry, like every other hour probably. But yeah, the amount of trades and pips that you can actually catch with that is nuts. Like you can make your monthly goal in one trade. Anyway, but that's the biggest thing, guys. Like if you're gonna dive into cryptos, like dive in, like immerse yourself in it, because there is so many ways to make money in just the crypto market. Like it's almost mind-boggling because no one knows about it yet. And by tuning into Cobain, Picasso, and Nick, you are able to see a glimpse, a preview to the future. And don't take that lightly, because you could literally set yourself up and your whole family to be set. And I'm telling you, I said it the other day in the chat that Cobain's gonna make multi-millionaires just from his sessions. And I don't say that lightly. It's gonna happen. So if you're in DCX, if you have the elite, plug in. That's the biggest thing. That's it.
Let's freaking go. Heck yeah, dude. Everybody type in the chat. 777s, whatever you got, fire emojis, all that good stuff. Yeah, what Alex is saying is so true. And I think that's why, I know when it comes to getting access to the elite package, like I will tell, like, unless somebody's like, nah, I'm balling on a budget, I need to, just go in with one of the base packs. Like, that's why starting off with elite, I believe, is the most important, because you can get access to multiple, honestly, the entire platform. And the DCX side of it is, you don't really have to try to be on there live. It's a different energy. And sometimes they will give out setups on their session, but a lot of the times, like, you can just go through as if this was like your Netflix subscription for getting wealthy. Okay. And you can go through the DCX educators. I watch more crypto sessions than I do any other Go Live educators. The only time I'm on, let's say, DeLorean or using, Cash Trap is for Matthew Thayer's live sessions, which are 3 nights a week, and DeLorean, which are 3 mornings a week. Okay. And it's like for 45 minutes, an hour, it's nothing. And then, everybody has gap time. So in my gap time and schedule time that I put in my calendar, I'm in on the crypto sessions. You go through Curtis Cobain, his favorited sessions. Holy, you think you know crypto? Guys, don't come in our inbox saying that. And because we already get this. All of us already get this a ton with people that are not even inside of the company. Oh, I know this, I know that, I'm buying this, I'm buying that. I'm like, dude, I already know how uneducated you are based on what you tell me about the markets, or based on you asking me certain type of questions. You can tell a lot about a person based on the types of questions, the quality of questions that they ask you. Okay, guys, we have it so good. And I don't think a lot of you guys understand or realize Crypto Picasso, who's in Go Live, he's been trading and investing in the cryptocurrency space for the last decade. And this is no income claim. It just is what it is. They have to see, your portfolio and your track record before you can even become an educator. He's made over $100 million in the cryptocurrency space in the last 10 years. Do you understand, like, the type of associations that we have? Where else can you go and have that kind of access where you can jump on live with them in their session, get their exact insight and perspective in real time, what to do, when to do it, why you're doing it, but be able to ask questions in real time to multimillionaires? Where else can you get that kind of access for $200 a month? Stop playing, man. And I'm being a little bit more aggressive right now because, guys, do not miss out on what we're doing here. And I can tell you that firsthand. I'm going to just share my screen with you. This is the last thing I'm going to say, and we're going to wrap up this call. And I will tell you guys, I'm going to end the call. Like, we're going to keep the call going. I'm going to end the recording. The second half of this, it's optional. You guys can stick around and stay. I'm going to show you probably 15, 20 minutes, unless you guys have questions, how to properly share this with people. Okay. This is a longer call, but I'm going to just tell you guys, I'm going to cut it off. We're going to stop the recording. In the second half of this, I'm just going to show you guys how to properly share this. And I'm going to give you guys some examples of how people are actually doing that. But I want to show you this first. The reason why I'm getting a little bit more aggressive right now, because people are leaving money on the table. And I'm going to show you why. My portfolio, I started off just a couple years ago. Okay. I had my first amount of money I put in my account was like $50. I had nothing, pennies, guys. I was trying to like just get myself off the ground. Everything that I've learned, and Alex as well, and I know there's quite a few other people on this call that have a pretty nice portfolio. I've learned everything I know when it comes to building my portfolio from scratch, not asking my upline, not asking my mentor. I was on Curtis Cobain's session, learning everything that I know. Alex can say this as well for herself about what we need to do to build our portfolio. Okay. Where to buy Ripple because it's no longer on Coinbase, when to do this, what to do this. Guys, be resourceful, like we said. Okay. And what Curtis Cobain did, this is so actually insane. Okay. Exchange ideas. This is where you can go onto your Coinbase or whatever broker platform you have to buy and hold cryptocurrencies. This is where you can go, and you're going to get these notifications sent right to your phone. Guys, this is like, pay attention, because you're leaving money on the table if you do not if you do not pay attention to this, okay? You can pay for your, and this isn't even about this, but I'm just gonna give you some perspective. You can pay for your entire yearly, 2-year, 3-year, 4-year subscription with one of these trade ideas. I already did that in the last 7 weeks for 3 years being inside this platform. You could, done. But it's not even about that. I wanna show you guys this, okay? I'm gonna show you 2 examples. Compound. COMP. You guys have probably heard this statement, but if you still haven't been buying Bitcoin and tapping into the Go Live sessions, you've not been paying attention, okay? Listen, I don't want you guys to leave money on the table. I do not want you guys leaving money on the table. This is so ridiculous. And I actually am glad that I can show you this example today, because there's blood on the streets. It's been a bloodbath in the markets, okay? And this is when people get scared. This is when people pull out their money. This is when people text me and they're like, Abby, what should I do with my account? You know, it's down, it's in the negative, it's, you know, prices or whatever. I'm like, dude, hold. And I'm not the expert. You should be on Go Live with Curtis Cobain, okay? So let me show you this. This is Compound, okay? COMP, Compound. On Saturday, April 10th, quite a few of us in this call right now took this trade idea, this exchange idea on our Coinbase, okay? Or whatever broker platform that you have that offers Compound to buy and hold, okay? If you have no idea what I'm talking about, all you need to recognize is, holy crap, I cannot lose out on money. I cannot leave money on the table. I need to follow instructions and get on this. And I need to ask the person that I'm working with where I can go to start doing this myself, okay? Saturday, April 10th, Curtis Cobain sent out a notification to our phone through Swipecoin and said, hey, I'm getting into Compound at $470 a coin. Okay, well, I got in a little early because it wasn't at 470 yet. It was at 456. I technically, I think it updated, and so they put it in on UTC time. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I got in on Friday that evening. So technically it was like next day. You guys get what I'm saying, like the GMT, whatever it's called. So I got in at 456 right here. And within the first week, it hit an all-time high of $612. In 1 week, okay, I had grown my account. I think it was like over 35% in 1 week. Okay, I have a rule that I've learned from Curtis Cobain. Like, you follow whatever he says, he's going to tell you when to pull out. It doesn't matter that it went down here. It doesn't even matter. It's finding support. It's finding resistance. It's finding its structure. It's doing what the market does. I'm just waiting for it to take off again. I'm just holding and letting it ride. Okay. But what I want to show you, and I'm actually really glad that the market went down so I can show you guys, I'm not panicking. I'm like, cool. It hit an all-time high. I was able to grow my money 35%. You could have pulled out if you wanted to. That would have looked like a really nice penny. But here, look, it went down, retested the same area. This is all stuff that you learn on his sessions. And I already know it's going to go up. Curtis Cobain has a track record of knowing when these coins are going to continue to just obviously grow and continue to take off. But here's the other thing I want to show you guys. Okay. He said, buy Compound at 470. Okay. We got in at 456. Shout out to everybody else that listened. Okay. On Monday, December 28th, you guys can go back on this site and you'll see that it was called out on Monday, December 28th. He called a buy for Compound at $134. I didn't get in this. I wasn't paying attention then. I lost out on money. He said to get in right here. Look at where the market is at. So if you take a look at any of this, guys, and you can recognize Curtis Cobain has a track record for knowing where these cryptocurrencies are going to go. Okay, what cryptocurrencies are good to take advantage of and get into the markets. So this is like a 5x, 6x, whatever, since it hit the all-time high. I'm just like, cool. Here's one example. Here's another example. I'm just waiting for this to go. And I'm just going to hold. And what's going to be dope, what's going to be cool is when this goes 2x, 3x, 4x, and it's just continuing to grow. And I have positions at the bottom, like, guys, this is crazy. And I'm going to show you one last example that's going to literally like blow your socks off. Okay. This is the last example. So VeChain right here, VET USD. I don't know what VeChain is. I don't know what Compound is. I don't really care to know. All I know is Curtis Cobain, a multiple 8-figure trader and investor, said to buy the market at 4 cents, Friday, February 26th. So literally this past Friday was 7 weeks. Okay. So VeChain, where we at? Okay. So, oh yeah, you guys can ask all your little friends, everybody you know, this question. When was the last time your bank doubled your money? Okay. Well, we 7X right here. Sorry, we did not 7X, we 9X. Okay. I got in right under 4 cents at about 3 cents. Okay. And in my first 3 weeks, I was already triple what I had originally put in. And I'm gonna give you guys right now, I put $500 into this investment. And we went not only 3X, 4X, 5X, 6X, we went to 27 cents in 7 weeks. You do the math. That is a 9X return on investment. You multiply $500 times 9, and that's your number from one trade idea. One trade idea. And a lot of people are like, wow, I don't have the money to put in $500 for each of these pairs. Okay, you don't need to put in for all of them. You could put $100 in. You could put $50 in. Grow your money. That $500, if I'm just being real, was just going to be sitting in my bank account. And I was probably going to end up spending it. Okay. So I was able to plug this in, $500. Guys, multiply that by 9. That's crazy, but it's not. I just followed instructions. And I literally just did what Curtis Cobain did. And I could pull out. I'm not. This is going to go. Just retested right here. I'm excited for this, but this is just one crazy example of what's possible in the markets when you pay attention and you follow instructions. Okay. And you get resourceful, bottom line. So guys, if this showed you anything, that's why we promote Elite, because it makes the most sense. You could be going through HFX, okay, getting on Cash Trap with Matty Pips and Taylor Marks a few times a week, but throughout the day, you could be getting swipe coin alerts to do just this. This takes me 30 seconds, okay, maybe a minute, right? Maybe 60 seconds to buy this on Coinbase, buy this on whatever platform, that cryptocurrency is on. And then I'm done. Okay. And the other part about this and why, you guys on this call should stick around is because maybe you don't have $500 to put in. Maybe you don't even have $100 to put into this. Okay. We got to increase our income, baby. We got to go out and find a way to create multiple streams of income. And not only that, but make sure that those streams of income are ways that we're actually multiplying and getting our money to work for us. Because the second half of this call, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to properly share this with people so that you can actually go out and get a free membership. Because I'll tell you right now, most people don't even have $1,000 to $2,000 to their name, let alone ready and willing to invest into themselves. Okay. I'm just being real. And so you can go out and get a free membership just by sharing this with 2 people who not only need this, want this, fired up and grateful to have this, but you can go out and actually create another stream of income for yourself just by sharing this with people. Okay. And I'm not going to go into the details until the other call, but if that sparks enough curiosity to just stick and stay and hear out what I'm going to say, maybe you can go out and apply it for yourself. And when worst case that happens is you get a free membership. Cool. We did our job. But guys, I hope at the end of this call, I'm going to go ahead and just stop recording this in just a second. I hope you got what you needed. I hope what you heard what you needed to hear. Okay. This call wasn't about making you guys feel good or, talking nice or anything like that. Okay. If you want to feel good and stay where you're at and settle, go talk to the people in your life that are just staying where they're at. I'm just being real, guys. This is a culture and a community and an environment that we want to show people what's possible. We want to show people where they can go. Okay. What winning looks like, what a real version of success looks like, because what's crazy, guys, this is the last point I'll say, is most people don't have one real example of what success looks like. They don't. And that's the craziest part, is we have access to an academy and a platform with success, with what success looks like all day long. Just go live. Just look into our community chats that we have. Just plug into the weekly team call schedule, the Sunday night call that we have later today, the Tuesday trading call, the Wednesday leadership call. Okay, you want to get into different kinds of conversations, different energy, go build your leadership. Go build your servanthood. Go help people. Okay, I tell you the access is different. I tell you that the access is different. Jump on our Thursday overviews, our Saturday overviews. Get the feel for what this really is and where this can go. So guys, I appreciate you. If you want to stick around, I'm going to just end the recording and then I'm going to start in maybe 2 minutes. I'm going to get some water. You guys can get up and go to the bathroom. We'll start in about 2 minutes. And I'm going to basically just break down in 15, 20 minutes how to properly share this. You guys can open up and ask some questions. Okay. I'm going to play some music.